Hello and welcome to OnePlace at KPL's presentation of the Foundation Center Directory Online. In this web tutorial, we'll be discussing how you can use the Foundation Center Directory Online's web search to help you find grants and funding for your programs and organization. Let's get started. You'll first want to start at the OnePlace at KPL's website, which is located at www.kpl.gov/OnePlace. Once you're there, you'll navigate to the right side navigation and click on the Foundations and Funders link. Once you click that, you'll notice we have some tips at the top of the page to help you better communicate with foundations and funders. Please read these before you get started. Then you'll scroll down and notice the Access the Foundation Center Online Directory link. This link is only active on Kalamazoo Public Library computers. This is a free service of OnePlace at KPL, so please feel free to access this at any time on any Kalamazoo Public Library computer. Go ahead and click that link. Once you've clicked the link on the OnePlace at KPL website, you'll be brought to the Foundation Center Directory Online main page. Here you'll notice there are a few options on the top of this banner that you could search from, but today we'll focus on the Search Grant Makers option here on the left. Go ahead and click that now. You should now be on the Search Grant Makers page of the Foundation Center Directory Online. On this page you will notice there are quite a few options that you could search for, but for today's example, and what most of you will actually need, are these three down here: fields of interest, types of support, and geographic focus. First, we're going to look at fields of interest. The Foundation Center Directory Online uses very specific search terms, and because of that, we don't want to type just any old thing into this search box. If we do, our results could come up with nothing or something completely random that's different than what we're actually looking for. What we want to do is click View Index under Fields of Interest. This gives us a giant list of options on the left side. This is a list of program areas you may search for funding, listed alphabetically with the alphabet at the top of the page for easy searching. When you're looking for program areas to click on and use in your search, be really creative. If you're an arts organization that happens to have an education component, be sure to look under both arts, including maybe music and dance or whatever your arts organization focuses on, along with education. For today's example, we'll be focusing on mathematics. So to do this, we'll click the M at the top and scroll down to where we see mathematics. Now you'll notice that there's a number next to our term. That's 227. This number represents the number of grantors and funders in the Foundation Center Directory Online system that have grant opportunities for mathematics. To add this to our search, we simply click on it. You'll notice that it is now automatically added to the Fields of Interest search term. You can add as many of these as you wish to your search. You could click Media Television, Media Radio, and those are all automatically added. The next field that you'll want to look at is Types of Support. Here we'll again click on View Index, which will give us a new list of options to choose from. Here you'll notice things like capital campaign, curriculum development, and a lot of other options with specific funding in mind. In today's example, we won't use any of this, but if you're looking for specific types of funding, this is the section to look. The next term you'll definitely want to fill out is geographic focus. To view those options, again, click View Index, and here you'll notice a list of states and other geographic locations. For most of you, you'll simply want to click Michigan because that's where most of the listeners to this tutorial are. Again, we click it and it's automatically added to the field to the right. If you happen to have a program outside of the state of Michigan, again, simply select that state from the list to the left. Now, before we are ready to hit the search button, we want to make sure we click this checkbox at the bottom of the page. This will exclude grant makers not accepting applications. These are organizations, grant makers, and funders that are listed in the database, but for some reason or another, they're not looking to fund anything at this time. Clicking this checkbox will save you a lot of time and hassle from looking at funders that are in the database but will not be able to fund you at this time. So once you have your field of interest included in the search, possibly the types of support, definitely your geographic focus, and have clicked this checkbox, you may now hit the search button on the bottom. Once you've hit the search button on the search page, you should be taken to the search results page of the Foundation Center directory online. At the top of this page, you'll notice a few options for printing and saving your records, exporting to an Excel spreadsheet, and, most importantly, modifying your search. If you want to change anything about your search, maybe adding a field of interest or removing a field of interest, you want to click Modify Search and not the back button on your browser. Hitting the back button clears out all of your search fields and will make you re-enter them all over again. Clicking Modify Search will save you a little bit of time and hassle. Next, you'll notice the 4 main column headings here on the page. Those are grant maker name, the city and state in which the grant maker is located, their total assets, and how much they've given in their history. A few things to watch out for on this page to help you weed out the organizations that you don't need to look at are the ones that have 0 listed as their total assets and total giving. These are organizations that have not funded anyone or anything in their history and should probably be ignored. You may also want to ignore the organizations that have given very little in their history, as they might not be a good candidate for grants. Another thing to look out for are organizations with the Community Foundation title in their name, such as the Grand Haven Area Community Foundation here. These types of organizations, much like the Kalamazoo Community Foundation, focus on their specific geographic area and probably will not fund programs or organization outside of it. Once you see an organization that you think you might want to look into more, all you simply need to do is click on their name to go to their profile page, where you can get a lot of great additional information to help you in your search. In today's example, we will focus on the General Motors Foundation. Click it now. Once you've clicked the organization's name on the search results page, a new window should pop up with the organization's profile. This page will contain a lot of different information depending on the organization you are looking at. Larger organizations tend to have a lot more information available than smaller ones. The top section contains a variety of contact information. This includes snail mail address, the person that you might need to contact along with their email address, and the organization's website for you to find out more information about their funding opportunities. Also in this section, you will see tax forms for the organization. These are the 990PFs. Tax forms are nice to look at because they list all of the organizations the grantor has funded, along with the amounts and types of supports they received. You simply click on one of the years, a new window will open up with a PDF of the tax form for you to look at. On the right, you will see an option to email this information to yourself. This is great for looking at the information away from the Kalamazoo Public Library. Type in all of the things the form asks for. When it asks for email address, it'll ask for a recipient and a sender. You can use the same email address for both. Once you've sent the email, you'll receive it in your own personal email box with all of the information listed on this profile. It's an easy-to-read form and very handy for looking at information away from the library's computers. The next section we'll look at is the limitations section. This is a great section to look at because the grantor will list specific items and organizations that they will not fund. If you show up here, there's a good chance that they will not fund you. The next section is the program areas section. This will list, often with a very lengthy description, the areas in which the funder will fund. If you fall into one of these categories, it's a very good chance that you are a good fit for the organization. Some organizations will even give you the step-by-step guide you should take to apply for funding with them. Pay careful attention to these steps, as the funder will appreciate you following them very, very much. Here you'll see in the section called Application Information. If this section does not appear on the profile, You might be able to find it by visiting the organization's website listed at the top of the profile. The last section we'll take note of is the last one on the page itself. The selected grants section lists previously awarded grants with the amount, who received them, their location, and the purpose of the grant. If you see similar organizations to yours on this list, there is a very good chance the funder is a good match for you. There are a variety of other sections that we did not cover, but these are the main ones you should pay attention to before visiting the organization's website and possibly moving forward to contacting them about possible funding opportunities. And that's it for the Foundation Center Directory online tutorial. We hope that you have a basic understanding of how to use the Foundation Center Directory online so you may be able to search for funding and grants from a variety of sources. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the OnePlace staff at oneplace@kpl.gov at any time.